Russian fighter jets strike deep into the heart of Syria. But instead of hitting ISIS, the Russian bombers destroyed targets in Homs and Hama, cities where only U.S.-backed rebels are fighting against the Assad regime. This amateur video shows the mayhem and carnage left behind by the Russians. The Russians provided only an hour advance warning of the airstrikes. That potentially endangered American pilots already in Syrian airspace. President Obama and Secretary of State John Kerry say they welcome Russian efforts to defeat ISIS. But while the Russians insisted they hit 20 Islamic State targets, including a command center, U.S. Defense Secretary Ash Carter questioned their motives.
It does appear that they were in areas where there probably were not ISIL forces, and that is precisely one of the problems with this whole approach.
So it now appears Russia has entered Syria only to help prop up Bashar al-Assad's dwindling regime. Some members of the president's own party are questioning the decision that gave Russia that green light to join the fight.
The problem with Russia is we do not trust their motives. They are propping up Assad, who is a barbaric and tyrant leader of Syria.
Some of the worst criticism came from Republican Senator John McCain, who said Russia has gained a foothold in Syria because of President Obama's retreat from the Middle East. McCain said there has been, quote, a series of decisions or non-decisions, which has led to the situation we see today, where Vladimir Putin may have inserted Russia into the Middle East in a way that Russia has not enjoyed since 1973, when the Russians were thrown out of Egypt. Several years ago, President Obama drew a red line against Bashar al-Assad's use of chemical weapons against his own people. Today, many Americans are likely wondering if the president has the will to draw another red line in Syria, this time against the Russians. Gary Lane, CBN News.